spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Baker going to throw this right away. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is, where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was the part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Looking to put a drive together.
560. Here we go. Blue 32. Hut.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Watch it. 6. Ready?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
33, yellow. Hey, go steal.
On 1st down, Moran. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, It's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 15. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get...
Oh, he sheds himself free. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Mason with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14, Rams nothing.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And shedding through the tackle. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Ready?
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Moran. 7 yards there and a first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Dog red. Bill green.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Pass complete there to McCool.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Yellow, 43.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, 95.
Up the middle they go. It's Moran. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Ready.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get Stoddard up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Mayfield now. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Hill to return it.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
22 meters. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Moran.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
33, yellow. Mega. Set, go.
They go play action here on first down.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Yellow, 22.
Chandler, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Let's go. Blue, 32.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they come up now, second and goal.
Ready. Clock 45. One. Green Jack. Blue striker.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Ready.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Steel, black. Set.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. That sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Rams field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Hurry!
Now they'll go again with Mason. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Hey, alert!
Mason going to get it on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
A gain of a yard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Felton, 65 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming down and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
At the 32-yard line.
In motion, the tight end.
Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moran. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
43.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's something like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
The end result, 21 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Run, run, run.
Here's Mayfield. A dump off for Mason. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Mason. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
180! Kings, Kings, Kings! What's up?
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Baker going to change it up.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
180! Hey, along the line! Along the line! Check.
And again, it's Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
From the gun, Mayfield. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A gain of 15.
33.
And the Rams first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, and that is incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
Come on, set. Striker, 23. Right. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
Ready?
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Blue, 32. Blue, green.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to Lazard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 26-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Moran.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Black 40. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
His kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
36-yard line.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Run.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
180.
Mayfield to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
First down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Rams.
33, yellow. 10 cycles. Push, alert, push. Hut.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Black, 95.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come on, set. 10 black. Slide through.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. It's Moran. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Clock, fight, 97. Ready?
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Ready, ready. 50, green. Drill, green.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
That's another Rams
Here we go,
first
back.
down.
Yellow,
First and
43.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Check, huh?
Now Chandler.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second and 5.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Black ultra. Steel, black. Ready, ready.
Now back to throw.
That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
180! Real.
Now Mayfield. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards. And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. He's got Mason complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Mayfield down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It's a 10-yard
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
39-yard line.
180. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a two-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Ready.
They go play action here on first down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That's good for a Rams first down.
Ready.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Black. 95.
And a Rams first down.
Hut, hut.
Here's Chandler. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go. 32.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Striker. 60 red. 60 red. Black Ultra. Cut, cut.
He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Rams have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Slide. 97. Go.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
180. Done.
Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked up by Juju Brents. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Ready?
They run it with Chandler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 22. Trouble, 38. Red. Cut.
Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Rams on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on third down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. Black, 95. Hut.
On the ground is Jarquez Hunter. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
Here we go. Set.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Lazard will go in motion right.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
3.
Second and 2. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown, Rams. C.J. Ham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 21. Joshua Carney to kick off.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Run.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second and
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Check 6 guys. Motion. 180.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
brings up third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete as well. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
180!
They'll run for it with Mason. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs.
10 black.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. 50, green. 43 red. Watch the blue.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
A short throw to Musgrave. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Ready?
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Rams.
Ready. Ready. 38.
On 1st down, it's Chandler. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here's 2nd and 10.
44-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 32. Fight. Kick. Marco. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
3rd down.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Down. Black top. 45. White. Yellow.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
Here we go. Black 40.
Down to a knee, and the defense, they can't stop that clock. A couple more of those, and it's going to be victory.
Come on, set. 52 blue.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Set, hut. Yellow, 22. Ready.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Los Angeles, They continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.